Canuck.
Hello and welcome to the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. My name is Liz, and for the next hour or so, you are going to be able to hang out with some really cool treasure hunters who enjoy this amazing hobby that is metal detecting, magnet fishing, bottle digging, dump digging, gold prospecting, geocaching, urbex. Did I say gold prospecting? Yeah. And probably a whole bunch of other things. If you think that this is something really, really cool and that you would like to be a part of, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And when you do, my goodness, hit that notification bell. Right on, right on. Today's stream is sponsored by Radio World. Canadians, get all your metal detecting gear and outdoor electronics in one place with 2 locations to serve you in Toronto and Calgary, and of course online at radioworld.ca. Right on, right on. Oh my goodness. I need to ask everybody before we get started to hit the like button on this stream. Let's wake up that algorithm. Wake up the algorithm, and maybe, just maybe, they'll put this stream out to other people, and the amount of people in that chat is like gonna explode. So that's always a good thing. So like, please take like a couple seconds. Doesn't even take that long. Hit the like button on this stream. Right on, right on. I need to say hello to each and every one of you, because if you weren't out there, well, heck, I probably wouldn't be doing this. So let's scroll up to the very, very top of the screen while I say hello to everybody. First person in the chat was straight up metal detecting. That is Tripwire. Tripwire was here, and then he exited stage left. He is going detecting today. Right on, right on. That's about as good of an excuse you can get for missing this stream. So right on, right on. Tripwire, I hope you find some really, really cool treasures. Right on, right on. Who else is in the stream? Oh my goodness. Peter from the Czech Republic. Holy smokes. It's been quite some time. I understand that, you know, we were in a bit of a hiatus, and yeah. Wonderful to have you here. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Peter. Peter sometimes does appear on the show, and he sends in some amazing show and tell stuff. It's really, really cool. I'm very happy that you're here with us today, Peter. Thank you so very much for that. Coffee to go with Julian MJ. Good morning. See you soon. I hope you're here. I hope you're here. Right on, right on. Andrew T. Right on, says, good morning. Toast made and coffee at the ready. Right on, right on. Oh my goodness. Do I have? No, I don't think so. I thought maybe I had a show and tell from Andrew, but I don't think I do. But that's okay. Right on, right on. Trumbull Treasure Hunters says, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you as well. Great to have you here. I do appreciate that. Metal Detecting Canada. Right on. Great to have you here. My goodness, I think I saw one of his shorts. I watched one of his shorts the other day. Pretty sure I did. Great to have you here. My goodness. My good friend, Mr. John Harvey in the chat. Right on. Yeah, he sent in some show and tell. So we are going to do that in our show and tell segment. Great to have you here, John. Right on. I was detecting with John this week and the week prior, so I'm going to let you in on that. Dirt Digger Dave says, morning all, rough night here in Middle Tennessee. I think you had some like hurricanes or tornadoes. Hurricanes, oh my goodness, tornadoes. I think there was some tornadic action in Tennessee. I hope that not only yourself, but your property was unscathed. Crazy weather in Tennessee. Crazy weather. East Idaho Digger, East Idaho. Welcome to the stream. Right on, right on. Great to have you here. My goodness. 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗧𝗘𝗟 metal detecting. Holy smokes. Welcome to the stream. And as you know, feel free to chit chat and check out each other's channels. Maybe not during the stream, but definitely after the stream. Get to know each other, get some experience, some different kinds of finds and all that sort of thing. So right on, right on. Thank you, 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗧𝗘𝗟, for being here today. I do appreciate that. Adventure for Relics, Alan, Northern Ontario, bottle digger extraordinaire. Great to have you here. I do appreciate that. Right on, right on. I think I have said hello to each and every one of you in the chat. If I have missed saying hello to you, then I would seriously ask that you put an @DiggingCanuck in your comment. It's going to highlight on my side. I'm going to see it because I do miss stuff on the chat. It's going to highlight on my end and I'm going to say, holy smokes, I need to say hello to that person. So right on, right on. Oh my goodness. Alan, thank you very much, Liz. You are the Northern Ontario bottle digger extraordinaire. Right on, right on. One day, hope to meet up with Alan and go bottle digging up there because my goodness, he must have some amazing dumps because not only does he find bottles, but like he finds some cool stuff that has been discarded up there. So right on, Alan. Thank you so very much for that. Right on, right on. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing on today's stream? Let me tell you what we're going to do. Of course, we have show and tell. Let me pop this up. Show and tell. Send your finds pics to diggingcanuck@gmail.com. We will share it with the folks, and just does not have to be metal detecting related. If you're like out and about and you see something cool or something out of the ordinary or something like crazy and you took a picture of it, send it diggingcanuck@gmail.com because then we'll have something to talk about. Okay, all right. That's the email address right there, diggingcanuck@gmail.com for the show and tell segment. And you don't have to wait until the show goes live to send stuff. You can send stuff any day of the week at any time. Doesn't matter. Right on, right on. Good stuff. Who did I just see? I just saw somebody pop in. Who did I see? Sweet Digs. Right on, right on. She says, hello, Liz, and everyone in the chat. Right on, Sweet Digs. Gotta tell you, I miss digging with you. I really, really do. We do need to dig together soon. We always have a blast when we go out. It's just right on, right on. Good stuff. Yeah, I know that life can, get in there, but yeah, if you get a chance, let's go detecting. Right on, right on. 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗧𝗘𝗟 says he did some early 1900s bottle digging the other day. Right on, right on. I gotta say, bottle digging it's dirty. It's definitely dirty. You're going to get dirty. But I love it. There's nothing like digging in the dirt and finding cool stuff, like really digging in the dirt. More so than metal detecting. But if you have never tried bottle digging or going to a dump and digging, with permission, of course, or, don't be trespassing, but definitely go bottle digging. I absolutely love it. I love it. I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you how much I love it. Anna Hutchison in the chat. Anna, great to have you here. Right on, right on. Yes, Peter, it has been a long time. It has been a long time, but that's okay. I understand. Not a problem. I'm glad you're back. Right on. Oh yes, I kind of got, I'm talking about what we're doing. So show and tell, we have a giveaway today and I'm going to try something a little different. Going to do a prize wheel. So I do have some things up on the prize wheel. Let me try and, I'm going to show you what we have up on the prize wheel today. If I can find it. So this is how the prize wheel is going to work. The bot will pick a name. And then after the bot picks a name, we're going to put the prize wheel up. And we'll see what the person wins. Who is this? Ski Searcher says, I'm in your house. Welcome. Welcome. Great to have you here. Oh my goodness. Mike, metal detecting North Carolina. Right on, right on. Great. Great to have you here. My gosh. Wonderful. Man. Also in the house. My goodness. Right on, right on. Great to have you all here. I'm about to show you what is on the prize wheel. Somebody's going to win one of these items today. If I can just put it up on the screen. All right. So one of the items on the prize wheel is this. This is a colorized or painted $2 toonie. This is the Bill Reed toonie, and this is absolutely incredible. It's from 2020. This is an amazing toonie. Really, really nice. What else do we have on the prize wheel? We have this one, from one nice one to another one. This is a also a colorized toonie. This is the Indigenous Peoples Day. This is also up on the wheel today. We have a mint uncirculated, never been touched by human hands, 1967. Rock Dove, a penny, 1 cent. It's mint uncirculated. Great addition to a collection. And yes, 1967, once again, uncirculated, mint condition, a 5 center. This is the rabbit. Rabbit's on there. This is going to be 1968. If an Americano lands on the screen, they will get, or on the spot, I guess, on the wheel, they will get this. This is a 1968 mint uncirculated, never been touched by human hands. It kind of looks like it's this. The picture kind of shows that it's a proof, but you're not going to be getting a proof. Okay. My funds are limited. All right. So you will get this one. And this is a 1968, which is 50% silver. We have the final last Canadian penny. This was the 2012 1 cent coin. And I must say, I squirreled away a few mint uncirculated rolls. And somebody will get this, perhaps. What is that? No, that's not going up on the wheel today. That's not going up on the wheel today. There we are. So what we're going to do for the giveaway is the bot, as usual, will pick someone's name, and then we will spin the prize wheel. And oh, I forgot. We also had this. I'm sorry. I did forget this. Got to pop this up on the screen. There you go. This $25 gift card. I forgot about this. This is going to be for a Canadian. So if a Canadian on this spot, if it's a Canadian on the spot, they get the $25 gift card from Radio World, who is the show sponsor. And if you are an Americano or anyone else on the planet, you will get the 1968 silver dime. All right. I hope I explained that. I hope I explained that well. All right. So we're going to do that. And that's a little bit later on in the show. So we'll have the giveaway. I'm going to be taste testing since it's Sunday morning. I'm going to be taste testing this. There you go. This is Wednesday cookies and cream cereal. I gotta say, when I saw this, I'm like, is there a new Wednesday movie out? But no, apparently there's a television series or a series online, I guess is what it is. So yeah, we're going to be testing this out. I have no idea how it's going to taste. I'm probably going to have like a major sugar rush, but we're going to test that out. And as always, you can join me up on the screen if you like. I'm not gonna beg anymore. If you want to come up on the screen, just say, hey, can I come up on the screen? I'm not gonna beg anymore. I think that's it. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're gonna do today. And I am going to I am going to start things out today a little different than normal. Here we go. All right. This is the little segment. This is a little segment. It's a new segment because this is the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. So I'm trying to pop some variety into this. So let's do this. All right. Okay. This is called the On This Day segment. All right. On This Day segment. So on this day, April 6th in history, you might wonder, what happened on this day in history? I'm going to tell you. All right. I'm going to tell you what happened on this day in history. All right. First, on April 6th, in the year 1199, mortally wounded in battle, Richard I the Lionheart died in the Duchy of Aquitaine. So Richard the Lionhearted died on this date in 1199. Yeah, I know. You just needed to know that this morning. In 1862, the Union troops clashed with the Confederates in southwestern Tennessee at the Battle of Shiloh, which was the second great engagement of the American Civil War. In the year 1896, this guy here on the screen, Pierre, the Baron of Coubertin, realized his goal of reviving the Olympics when the first modern Olympic Games opened this day in 1896 in Athens. How cool is that? Just some trivia that you can share, at the table today or wherever you are. If you're at work, then that too. On this date, April 6th in 1909, the American explorer Robert Edwin Peary led the first expedition to the North Pole. Peary's expedition. There you go. There you go. All right. On this day in 1917, the United States declared war on Germany, thus entering World War I, 3 years after the conflict began. What else do we have happening here? What else? In the year 1973, we made a big jump from 1917 to 1973, but I really couldn't find anything. And this may be pushing it as well, folks, but that's okay. I have to bring you some variety. 1973, Ron Blomberg of the New York Yankees became the first designated hitter in Major League Baseball. The rule change, which allowed for a better hitting player to replace the pitcher in the batting order. Yeah, that happened today in 1973. We are going to jump to 1974 when the Swedish Europop group ABBA had an international breakthrough as they captured the top prize in the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Waterloo. I gotta say, not one of my favorite ABBA songs. I am a dancing queen person, but yeah, they came on the scene on April 6th in 1974. And finally, in 1980, the American company 3M began selling Post-it notes in U.S. stores. Who hasn't used a Post-it note? I tell you. And finally, we're going to end off this segment with birthdays. Today's birthdays, and I got to say, not too many people that we know were born on April 6th, but I did find a few. This guy right here, Billy D. Williams, is 87. Wow, 87 years old today. He was born in 1937 on this day. Gotta say, this is not the most flattering picture of this gentleman, but John Ratzenberger. Norm. Or actually, no, Cliff. I'm sorry, Cliff from Cheers. Guess how old Cliff is? Holy smokes. I was shocked. He's 77. Cliff is 77. Absolutely incredible. Gotta say, did not think he was that old. Now, I don't know how old or how many of you will know who this is. I guess you had to be a certain age. This is Candace Cameron Bure. She was on Full House. Yeah, I really didn't watch Full House, but yeah, she's 48 today. Holy smokes, 48, time flies. Now this lady here, I think everybody should know her, Marilu Henner. Guess how old Marilu is today? She's 72. Marilu is 72. Yeah, wow, she was on Taxi, of course. And finally, and this next one, I am pushing it. I am seriously pushing it, I gotta say. Bert Bly11 is 73 years old. You know what? He's wearing a Houston Astros, or is that California Angels? Oh my goodness. Well, that's a little embarrassing. This guy right here, anyway, he's a baseball player. Was a baseball player. 73 years old. All right. Right on. Yeah. This is the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. So yeah, that's a little bit of variety. There you go. Right on. Who came in the screen? Who came in here while I was talking? David Frazier came in. That's who came in. Great to have you here, David. Right on. Good stuff. Do appreciate that. All right. Let's do the taste test. Let's do the taste test. Right on. All right, let's do the taste test. I gotta say, I have not really had sugar since Mr. Canuck had his heart attack. We totally changed our way of eating. So I'm probably gonna this is probably gonna be too much sugar for me. Oh my, interesting. It's chocolate. Chocolate cereal. Wow. Oh my God, that really smells. Who just came in? Digging Defined. Great to have you here. Right on. So let's pour some of this in this glass bowl so that you can see what it looks like. Oh my. Oh. So apparently, well, let's see. Can you see that? Those little white things are supposed to be coffins. I gotta say, I really wish there was more coffins. I am gonna add milk. Wow, this is pure sugar. All right. You know what? The chocolate bits kind of taste like honeycomb. Digging Define says rabbit droppings and coffins. Yeah, that's it's not really appealing. Gotta say, for an adult, kids might think this is like crazy, but all right. Let's pop the milk in there. All right, let's put some milk in there. Just want to say, this is not regular milk. It's not regular milk, so this might change the taste of the coffins and the bits, but this is I think it's cashew and almond. Who just came in? Patty Dirklod, right on. All right, let's pop the non-dairy milk in here and see. I hope I don't spill this. There you go. All right. That actually doesn't look too bad. All right. Let's try to hold that up a bit. All right, here goes. All right. It's not as sugary as I thought it would be. I really expected this to be like very sugary. Yep. But I have a funny feeling. I was reading the box. The box says made in the USA. It says product of USA imported by Kellogg's Canada. And then it said no artificial colors or flavors. So I have a funny feeling that this was probably a different recipe for the Canadian market, because there's like certain ingredients and stuff that we don't allow in Canada. I have a funny feeling because it's not very sweet, and I doubt there's like high fructose corn syrup in this. Actually, I think honeycomb, which is one of my favorite cereals, is it's probably sweeter than this. That's not bad. I'm gonna have one more spoon. I'm gonna try and get a couple of coffins in there. All right, I got like three coffins in here. All right, okay. What does the garden gnome say? Great Garden Gnome says, Wednesday Addams cereal is great. It's like Nestle Quick cereal. Makes chocolate milk when you pour milk into it. I got to say, I'm not one for like crazy sugar rushes, but this is not bad. This is not bad. David Frazier says, would you buy it again? If I ate cereal, and we don't have cereal in this house because of Mr. Canuck's funeral. Oh my God, what did I say? Heart attack. Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe I said that. Holy smokes. Because of his heart attack. But if we did eat cereal, yeah, I wouldn't mind buying this again. That's not bad. So I gotta say, like, do you see how skinny this box is? It's like ridiculously skinny. But I paid $1.99, which is like super cheap for cereal. Cereal boxes these days are like $5 and up in Canada. And if you buy like the family pack or whatever they say, it's like, it could be like $8 for a box of cereal. If this family ate cereal, then I would definitely buy this because, yeah, there's on the ingredients, there is no high fructose corn syrup. Whole grain corn flour, sugar, of course, cocoa. That's why it's chocolatey. I would definitely buy this again. Right on, right on. Good stuff. All right. It is Sunday morning, so yeah. All right. Now that cereal is just going to turn to like a bowl of mush. Patty needs to get some cereal. Oh my goodness. Do I have like little coffin bits in my teeth now? Oh my gosh. That was actually not bad. I'm surprised. I'm totally surprised. That was not bad. Then again, I didn't have dairy milk. I had my almond and cashew milk. So I don't know. Yeah, $1.99. I don't know if they were trying to get rid of it or what. But I saw it for $1.99 and I'm like, yeah, I'll pay $1.99. Adventure for Alex says smaller product containers. Yeah. And the thing is, it's that shrinkflation. Like the box is still the same size when you look at it like this, when it's on the shelf, but when you pick it up, it's like, what the heck is that? Crazy. Crazy. All right. What else we're going to do today? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have some water. Gotta say, my digging Canuck mug broke. I'm using the I'm using this one. Canuck, an affectionate nickname for Canadian. Yeah, my other mug broke. Got real dark all of a sudden. My goodness. Yeah. All right. All right. Before we do your show and tell, I just want to show my show and tell. 'Cause as I said, I was out this week and the week before, and I think the week before that. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been out digging with John and Gord, and found some stuff. I'm gonna show you some stuff that I found, and then we'll do your show and tell. All right, and stick with me because we have a giveaway coming up. It's really got dark in here. Interesting. Really got dark in here all of a sudden. Let's do the show and tell. All right. I dug this. First, I thought I had dug a wheat scent. This was in a, how can I explain it without giving it up? This was in an urban? No, maybe a city field. Does that make sense? A city field. Very, very overgrown. It was really, really tough digging. But I started cleaning this and I saw, hello, King George the 5th. Here's the other side. It's a penny, 1930, 1 cent. Now these are, it's a really, really nice style. I like this scent, or this type of penny. It's the style of penny that came after the large cent. Now, this is what it's supposed to look like. Supposed to look like that. And yeah, a George V is pretty cool. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I was actually really happy with that. And I got to say, that is the only thing I dug that day. Tough digging. It was cold. And, oh, is it really? Garden gnome, semi-key date. Get out of here. I did not know that. Well, right on. Right on. Good stuff. So that was dug in the city, kind of urban field. And then I got to say, this is probably one of the nicest large scents I dug. This was in the fur trade forest, as I call it. And the condition on this large scent is like, look at the detail. Look at the detail in her headdress. Incredible. Incredible. I was thinking of having this graded, but I don't really know if it would be worth it. But the condition on this, like I said, look at that. And I did not clean this. I only did the old finger wipe. Well, you know what? It might be a little worn on there, down there. Might be, but still. great condition. Really nice condition. Wait till see the other side. Look at that. I gotta say, 1893. I've never dug an 1893, but the condition on this coin is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Really, really nice. I think I have a picture of what it looks like undug. Well, no, I don't. This was a pocket knife I dug, and you know what? It doesn't matter how wrecked or rusted a pocket knife is. I just like digging them. I dug this one and I threw it in evaporust, and it's still in the evaporust. But yeah, there's like the wooden handle or whatever it would have been made of is long gone. But at least I do have it in the evaporust, and I'm hoping just to get those blotches of rust just nice and flat. But we'll see. It may clean up, it may not clean up. I don't know, but I like digging them. Now this is probably, I think, from the fur trade forest, is probably the 4th or 5th horseshoe I have dug, and this is not like for a horse that somebody's just driving through the woods. This was a working horse, and it has the traction bar on there. I love digging horseshoes. Really, really do. I think that's it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I dug this as well. This is a very small, it's about the size of a, John says, add the 4 that he's found. Yeah, lots of horseshoes in there. They're nice to find. Really, really nice to find. So I dug this. This is smaller, I think, than a dime. Very, very thin. And it's, at first I thought it was a scalloped coin, but I do believe it's a pendant. And I don't know how good this is going to magnify on the screen, but I do believe that this is like one of those Chinese dragons. Here's its head. And then there's its tail. I do believe this is a Chinese dragon, and that there are some here and here, some Chinese characters. I have no idea what this was doing in the fur trade forest, but I think it's a Chinese pendant. I think. And I dug this pin, and it's not really, it's pixelating, but this is a cat. And the pin is still there. I cleaned it up, but it was, I guess, plated with something. Really nice. I do not often dig pins, so it was really, really nice to dig that. All right, that was my show and tell. Gotta say, on the last dig that John and I and Gord went on, Chris Yeti Mountain Trading says way overslept. Nonsense. Scott in the house. Right on, Scott. Great to have you here. Do appreciate that. Right on. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for after your show and tell for a giveaway with the prize wheel today. So right on. Yeah, the last time we ventured into the fur trade woods, John dug a silver dime. I had a miserable digging day, but you know what? That does happen. But it's always nice to go up. And you never know. You never know what kind of a mood Gord is going to be in. Right on. But I would not have it any other way. So right on. It's time for your show and tell. All right. Let's do your show and tell. Now, before we went live on the air, there was some show and tell that had been sent in or emailed. So let's do that. And then I will check the Gmail. All right, so let's do this. What was that? Okay, I thought I missed somebody, and I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, you know what? If you're in the chat, you're watching right now, and I did not say hello to you. let me know at Digging Canuck and I'll say hello to you because, yeah, sometimes it's just really hard keeping track. All right, let's do the show and tell that was sent in prior to us going live. All right. This first one was sent in by John. These are some of John's Canadian military badges and adornments. Crazy. Like, look at all that. My gosh. Crazy. Gotta say, these titles right here, I've never dug one. I want to dig one. Never dug one. Seriously, I would like faint if I dug one. Absolutely incredible. Lots of nice shoulder titles or collar titles, shoulder titles here on the left. Some buckles, numbers. Crazy. Crazy. There's stuff here that I've never seen. Crazy. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy. John. Right on, right on. Thank you, John, for sending that in. I keep thinking that I see somebody's name popping up, but I don't. All right. This was sent in by Ryan. This is let's make it bigger. All right. This is a harp and bust token. I think that is that 1720, I think. Is that 1720 or 1820? What is that? I can't see it. I can't see it, but we do have the non-dug version, 1820. Sorry, it's 1820. I'm like, oh my God, 1720, 1820. All right. So here he is digging it, or after he dug it. Very, very happy. I would be too. Actually, you know what? Digging Defined says, yeah, KG3. There you go. I should have looked at that. Here's a non-dug example, which I should have looked at first. 1820. That is, my gosh. Can you imagine digging that? That would be nice. Let's go back a couple. There you go. Wow. Nice. That is really, really nice. Peter knows a nice coin when he sees it. Look at that. Right on, Peter. Right on. Nice. This one was sent in by Stefan. Stefan digs in Romania. This is a 200 to 300 Roman ring. How cool is that? Stefan from Romania. Look at that. Crazy. That is a crazy ring. Holy smokes. And this is why I say that we should all be watching videos from other countries, because they dig stuff that we will never in North America ever dig in our lives. And it's always nice to branch out and just to kind of see what other people are digging. So yeah, 200 to 300 Roman ring. Really, really nice. There it is right there. How cool is that? That's actually really, really nice. I think there's one more. Who else? Steve Shepard. Steve dug this. This is a Victorian Canadian militia button. Gotta say, I don't think I have ever dug a military button. This is a nice one, Steve. Really, really nice. There it is right there. That's what it looked like. Very early. Very early. Man, I gotta say, I can smell that cereal. It's right there. Nice, Steve. Really, really nice. Victorian Canadian Militia Officer's Jacket button. Nice. Really nice. All right. Now that is the show and tell that was sent in prior to us going live. And I do appreciate that. And as I said earlier, if you have something or you find something during the week, send it. Like when you get home and you look at the picture, send it. And then you don't have to worry about doing it later. Right on, right on. Let's check Gmail and see what has been sent in. I think that was World War I. It was Victorian. I do believe it was World War I. Dig and find. Steve, if you're in the house, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that was World War I. All right, let's see what was sent in. Oh my goodness. I hope this person is still in the chat. Oh my gosh. Hang on. All right. I hope this person is still in the chat. Wow. I'm pretty sure they are. How's that for a successful bottle dig? I know you're in the chat. I can't remember your name. I can't remember your name. Let me know. Oh, it's Metal Detector Canada. Right on, right on. He's got the little hands there. Right on. Or is that Cajun? Is that Cajun? Pretty sure it's Cajun. Cajun, are these your bottles? I think that the email was sent from a personal one. It didn't say Cajun, but there you go. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cajun weight metal detecting. Right on, right on. Wow. These little bottles. Let's see. The little bottles are really, really cool. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Oh, look at that. The one in the back is like scalloped for you to hold it. Really nice. I'm going to say it again. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. If you ever get an invite to go bottle digging, do it. Seriously. Do it. Go bottle digging. Seriously, go bottle digging. Really, I can't say that enough. It's fun. It's fun. It really is fun. Thank you, Cajun, for sending that. I do appreciate that. All right, who's next? Who is this? I think this is the Great Garden Gnome. I think it's Great Garden Gnome. All right, let's see what Great Garden Gnome has. Let's see if this is going to, I might have to download the image, but let's try. Cajun says that the clear tall one is a big boy soda bottle from 1927. Wow. Crazy. Craziness. Craziness. All right. So I do believe this is the Great Garden Gnome. He sent 3. Let's have a look at what he has. Where is it? All right. I can't make it bigger. You know what? I'm going to have to download it. Okay, let's download this. All right, we have to download. I don't know why we need to download it, but yeah, let's see. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, well, let's try this. Don't know why it's doing this all of a sudden. Yeah, a skeleton key. Right on, right on. And is that leather on the left? Great Garden Gnome? Sweet digs. Heading out. Thanks for joining. Do appreciate that. And we definitely need to dig together soon. Oh, it's Metal Detecting Canada. Oh my goodness. All right. Metal detecting Canada. I do apologize for that. What is the item on the left of the key? Is that a, is that leather? Oh, it's a barrel tap. Are you kidding me? Wow. Really? That's a barrel tap? I guess the angle. Look at that. Andrew T knew that that was a barrel tap. You know what? I think I'm like all discombobulated from that cereal. That's my story. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. Andrew says there's holes on the end. It's a barrel tap, Liz. Come on. All right. Wow. That I am liking. Look at that. 1887. Indian head penny. Wow. Andrew says he's an ex-publican. I use them. There you go. There you go. All right. Nice 1887 Indian head. That is beautiful. Let's have a look at the other side. Wow, that is nice. That is really, really nice. Wow. That's in pretty nice condition, gotta say. Gotta say, that is really, really nice. Nice. Metal detecting Canada. Right on, right on. Good stuff. All right. Who else is up? Who else is up? Metal detecting North Carolina. What is that? Let me read it first. Decorative door lock in Missouri. Oh, how cool. How cool. All right, let's wow, this is nice. Let's see here. Let's try this. All right. This is Metal Detecting North Carolina. Mike. Yeah, Digging Defined says it's not easy to find Indian head pennies in Canada. I have only ever found 3. One of them I remember was from a really, really early schoolhouse, which had since been turned into a residence. And I really can't remember where I found the other 2. But yeah, they are really tough to dig in Canada. I guess unless you're maybe really, really close to the American border or something like that. But yeah, tough. All right, here's Mike, Metal Detecting North Carolina. This is a door lock. Wow, fancy. Wow. They don't make things like that anymore. Definitely not. That is nice, Mike. Wow. Really, really nice. Yeah. Chris says fancy. Very fancy. And now you just get a piece of metal. Nice. Now, there is Mike. Mike with Butch from American Magazine and 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗧𝗘𝗟. Mike says he played guitar with Butch. How cool is that? You know something? Gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen Butch without a hat. I don't think I've seen him with a hat. He looks a lot different without a hat. Gotta say, right on, right on. Good stuff. Good stuff, Mike. Right on, right on. All right. Here we go. Right on, right on. You should get that picture, like blow it up and have everybody sign it. That is an amazing picture. Really, really nice. Was there another one? No. That's nice. Was he at an event? I didn't, no, he obviously was at an event, but that's really, really cool, Mike. Really, really nice. Who is this? Talca, Detector, Amigo Luis. Bienvenidos. Right on, right on. From Chile. Right on, right on. My goodness. Wonderful. We have Chile in the chat. We also have Czech Republic. We have the United States of America, Canada, and if you're from someplace else, and I did not acknowledge your location. If you're from another country and you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know. Oh my goodness. Luis is going to make me speak. All right, let's try. Let's try this. Saludos cordiales desde Chile para todos ustedes, amigos que están conectados ahora en viva, now live, con amiga Liz. Oh my gosh. Luis. Oh my goodness. Amigo. Right on, right on. Good stuff. Mike says he was at the second annual Show Me Pro-Am in Missouri. Right on, right on. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's see what else. What else we have on Show and Tell. What time is it? It's 10:58. Stick with me. We have a giveaway. The giveaway is for anybody on the planet. Doesn't matter what country you're from. All right. All right. Chris says, where was the event in Missouri? Mike? Or was it? Come on, do tell. Details. Chris wants details. Give him the deets. Right on, right on. Who's next? Adventure for Relic. Oh. How many you got here? How many you got here? Wow. Alan. Holy smokes, man. All right, let's show this. What did he say? Metal detecting. All right, okay. Wow. Alan says, you, the viewer, and myself are about to see the largest penny ever, folks. Found metal detecting 3 inches by 3 inches. And we're like, what? Well, yeah, here we go. All right, let's show this. All right, so this is Alan. Wow, is that silver, Alan? That's really, really nice. With God, all things are possible. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Who we have here? We have who we got? William Lyon Mackenzie King. We have Mr. Thompson, and is that I don't know who that one is on top. Very nice. Oh, that is a silver. I thought that was a silver medallion. I thought that was silver. It looks silver. That's beautiful. Gotta say, beautiful. Prime Minister tokens. Yes. Yes. Nice. House of Commons in Ottawa. That's where all the that's where the shenanigans happen in Canada. Right there. What else? All right, here is the biggest penny. Now, if anybody can explain the origins, there's lots of Americanos on here. If you can explain the origins of this penny, it's a 1972. What's the thing on that? S? San Francisco? 1972. 3-inch by 3-inch penny. Americans. What the heck is that? What is that, Americanos? Digging Defiance says, was that a Coinstar refusal? What is it? Here's the other side. Oh, wow. Wow, I would be thrilled to dig that. 3 inches by 3 inches. That is in great condition. Wow, that is nice. My goodness, was that totally copper, Alan? Was that like 100% copper? Must have been heavy. That's nice. Americans are chiming in. Weird, cool, weird. Solid copper. Wow, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Nick Molnar in the house. Right on, right on. Now, I don't know how this happened, but this happened. Right on, right on. We are in overtime. Nick Molnar, look at that. Just stepped into the house. Right on, right on. Hey, Chris says that he knows that Ampex made those, but he's not sure that they made them that old. Well, you have something to do now. Alan, you need to find out the mystery and report back to us. All right, all right. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Oh my gosh. What happened there? I totally lost the find. I lost the find. Oh my gosh. Where is that find? Where is that find? Oh, here it is. I got the find back. I got the find back. There you go. Don't know what happened there. Wow, this is actually quite nice. This is really, really nice. This is like in super, super mint condition. Schwartz's peanut butter. Schwartz's peanut butter. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that, Alan? I was just going to say that it's probably Americano, but there's French there, French writing. So it was made for the Canadian market. Tin could be used for a kid's play bucket. That's pretty nice. Gotta say, pretty nice. Is that a dump find? Wow. That is actually really, really cool. Strictly a pure. Found in his grandparents' attic. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So there you go. You can go treasure hunting in your grandparents' attic. Right on, right on. Stick with me. We have a few more. And then we will be doing the giveaway with the prize wheel. All right. Holy, we have a ton. All right. I'm just gonna let you all decide, okay? I'm gonna let you all decide. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 emails, and I'm gonna cut it off on that one. On the 6. We have 6 emails with probably multiple pictures. Do we do them all? Are we going to finish? 6. We have 6 more. Let me know, because we're on your dime. Would you like me to finish the 6 and then do the giveaway? Let me know. You let me know. Andrew T says do them all. Chris says do them all. Alan says do them all. Digging Fine says do it, Liz. Peter says go. Metal Detecting Canada says do them all. All right. John says do it all, then we're going to do it all, okay? Because I go detecting with John. I got to keep him happy. Hey, Malaysia, Metal DETECTORS is in the house, and I do have a picture from Malaysia. So right on. All right. We are going to cut it off at the 6 that I have right now. So if you send anything in right now, we're going to do it on the following program. Okay? All right. So 6. We're going to do 6. All right. Then we're going to do the giveaway. All right. Okay. Got to keep everybody happy. All right. All right. I am doing well, Malaysia. I hope you are too. And thank you for sending the photo. All right. Scott also went to the Missouri Pro-Am hunt, and wow, look what he found. Wow. That is really, really nice. musket ball, maybe a little pistol ball down there in the corner. I think I see a 3-ringer. And that little one on top. Is that a Colt? Scott, is that a Colt bullet? Is that a Colt? Let me know. I think it's a Colt. What is it? The one in the upper left is a sharpshooter. Nice. Look at that. Nice. Really, really nice. My goodness, you're not going to believe this, but I found a Colt bullet in Canada. Yeah, one of my sites. Yeah, nice. I got to say, I love digging bullets and projectiles and that sort of thing. Old ones are really, really nice to dig. That is nice. And you know what? I never get tired of musket balls or pistol balls. I get really, really excited. Whether I dig them or someone else digs them, I love them. Great find, Scott. Really nice. Right on, right on. Oops, what's going on? Oh my goodness. I think Scott sent, was there another pistol? Or a pistol? Oh my God. 1880s. Oh, this is nice. Scott dug this in Missouri as well. This is an 1880s buckle. Right on, right on. Who just came in? Somebody came in. Ferris Grump came in. That's who came in. Right on, right on. And this is an 1880s buckle because Butch examined it and said it was 1884 to 1889. Really nice. Solid brass. Nice. Really nice. Good stuff. And I keep going back and forth because, because we have privacy. We consider your email address and your name, real name, and all that other sort of thing private. So that's why I go back and forth on the screen sometimes. All right. All right. Just so you know, there is a method to my madness. All right. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Oh my gosh. All right. Peter from the Czech Republic. What have we got? We got some silver coins, 1914. We got some French francs, fresh francs. All right. This is Peter. Peter from the Czech Republic. Right on, right on. Wow. That's in great condition. My goodness. Wow. That looks mint. That looks mint. Nice. Wow. Gotta say, that looks incredible. Incredible. Yeah, it does. Ferris says, yeah, it looks brand spanking new. It does. Like the person dropped it just after they got it. That's nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. That is nice. Wow. Peter. Holy smokes. That's nice. Wow. There's the man himself. Hey, Sue Christie. Wow. That is nice. Wow. That's really, really nice. Wow. Really nice. My goodness. Peter. Right on, right on. Peter from the Czech Republic. Wow. Really, really nice. All right. We are heading to Malaysia. The power of the internet. We are going to Malaysia. All right. Let's see. What does he say? All right. There we go. All right, Malaysia, look at that. Whoops, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is a nice bottle. Got hints of green in it. Really, really nice. Wow, so they go bottle digging in Malaysia as well. Wow, it's not just a North American thing. Really nice. Right on, Malaysia. perfume bottle. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Malaysia, for sending that. Do appreciate that. Really, really nice. So yeah, they go bottle digging in Malaysia. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Right on, Malaysia. All right, who is this? Oh, all right. I think this one is the Great Garden Gnome. I think it's the Great Garden Gnome. No, I did not get the... Oh, he says he sent 2 pictures. No, I only got 1. 1 picture is all I got. This is the Great Garden Gnome, I do believe, going out on a limb here because of the little avatar. Now this one is from the year 1910. Wow. Wow, check this out. You're going to be like, wow. Get ready. Get ready for wow. Wow. 14-karat pocket watch. Great Garden Gnome. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Oh, and there's, I think, let's, look at that. Can you see that? What does that say on top? Something. Watch case. Serial number. Wow. Look at that. Oh, there's a little initial here. That's pretty cool. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Did I not say that you were going to say wow? Wow. That is like crazy. Crazy. There might be a second one. So yeah, 14-karat gold filled and I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Waltham pocket watch circa 1910. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think he sent a second one. Oh, okay. No, he didn't send a second one. He just sent that one. You know what? Great Garden Gnome? I think you might have earned this. Oh, yeah. Vibing Cat says, yeah. And I hope you're hearing the music. Yeah. Great Garden Gnome. Great Garden Gnome. My goodness. The Vibing Cat. Vibing Cat woke up from its sleep and said, I have to dance. And hopefully there was music on that and I didn't look like an idiot. Wow, that's nice. Gotta say, that's nice. All right. I think there's one more. There is one more. Hang on. What is this? All right. So Malaysia did. Was there music? I gotta know. I gotta know if there was music with the Vibing Cat. Please, somebody let me. Please, please. Was there music? Yes, there is music. Thank you. Thank you. Because I don't, if you missed it a few shows ago, I had Vibing Cat and I was like boogieing with Vibing Cat, but there was no music. So I just looked like total idiots. Right on, right on. Hey, who is this? Colonel's Collecting and Detecting says, good morning, Digging Canuck. Right on, right on. You know something, Colonel? I got one show and tell left, and then we're going to do our giveaway. So stick with me for the giveaway. Okay? Stick with me.
Bender, B-E-N-D-E-R, Bender, saying B-E-N-D.
Oh my goodness. Please tell me you heard Bender. Oh my gosh, Peter. Holy smokes. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what is that? That's like 129 in Czech currency. My goodness, Peter. Right on, Peter. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so very much for that. Everything generated from the show and from my videos goes back into the channel for giveaways, postage, travel, and I have a drone to pay off. So thank you for that. That's fine. Hey, right on. $5 US. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Right on. Good stuff. All right, last one, last show and tell, and then we will do the giveaway. All right. This is from Malaysia, and I am not sure, but is that a piece to a firearm, Malaysia? Are you still with us? I'm going to say that perhaps is a piece, like a bayonet. Is that a bayonet? Malaysia says, what do you think? I'm going to put this out here to everyone in the chat. What do you think that is? I see this and I'm like, oh, is that like a piece to a bayonet? What is that? What is that? What do you think that is? I'm going to leave that up on the screen for a few minutes. Chris says, perhaps a rifle barrel? Cajun, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. Well, Chris thinks it's, let me oh my goodness, it's the 𝗕𝗔𝗖𝗞𝗣𝗔𝗖𝗍 kid. Casey, right on. Casey, wonderful to have you here. Casey says he thinks it's a bayonet. That's what I think it was. Andrew T says he thinks it's a broken bayonet. The muzzle ring is at the end. Yeah, that's what makes me or leads me to think it's busted bayonet. Little more research, perhaps, Malaysia. Right on. Good stuff. Where am I? Oh my goodness. There we go. There you go. Hey, Casey is in the house. Excalibur Shovels, 𝗕𝗔𝗖𝗞𝗣𝗔𝗖𝗍 kid. Right on. Alan bugging out. Rachel Jersey Ray in the house. She is going out swinging. Detecting. Right on. And you know what? We have Casey in the house, so I'm just going to play this and then we're going to do the giveaway. All right? Casey's in the house. Watch this. Right on. And I just want to say that Excalibur Shovels is the only shovel manufacturer that gives you 100% customization. Pick the kind of spade, pick the kind of handle, pick the length, pick the color. My goodness, pick your serrations on the left side, right side, no side, both sides. Doesn't matter. And just want to say that if you are contemplating making an actual purchase, email me first and might just give you a little bit of a discount code. So right on. Casey, great to have you in the house. My goodness. And you know what? The best any manufacturer can do is testimonials. And Andrew T says the best detecting shovels on the planet, 100%. customizable. So right on, right on. Good stuff. And yeah, my videos, you will see me digging with the my pink Cirque. Right on, right on. Merlin. Yeah, right on, right on. I'm so very grateful to know you, Casey. Right on, right on. All right, it is giveaway time. All right. It is giveaway time. Let me make sure that the bot is taking names. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The bot is going to pick a name. I am going to give you 1 minute from now. 1 minute, you must enter a comment. Doesn't matter what the comment is. Could be just hello, whatever. Could be an emoji, doesn't matter. But you must enter a comment. You got to enter a comment. If you are lurking, bot has no idea that you want in on this. So you must enter a comment. Does not matter what country you are in. We have Malaysia today. We had Chile today. We have the Czech Republic today. America and Canada well represented. I don't know if we have anybody from across the pond today. Not sure. If they were looking. All right. So you're down to like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We're going to do, the bot's going to pick a name. Then we're going to do the prize wheel. Let me just remind you of the prizes for the prize wheel. Okay. And then we'll do that. Let me bring that up. Oh my goodness. All right. I can't stress this enough. Doesn't matter what country you're in. You must enter a comment. Doesn't matter what it is, but you must. All right. Let's just quickly review what somebody's going to win. All right. This is a colorized $2 toonie coin. This is the Bill Reed coin, and it has a Haida mask in the center. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful coin. Curiosity detecting. You just made it into the giveaway. How cool is that? Right on, right on. So this is one of the items on the wheel. We also have this. This is also a colorized toonie. This is the Indigenous Peoples Day. Somebody might win this. This is a mint uncirculated 1967 rock dove penny. Really nice. Like I said, mint uncirculated. Only the best for my viewers. Only the best. This is also a mint uncirculated 1967 rabbit nickel. Hey. Digging up New York. Right on, right on. You just made it into the giveaway. Right on, right on. Scott says he wishes the United States had painted coins. You never know. You never know. Casey says he was just in southern Missouri. First time hearing a tornado warning. Yeah, Missouri and Tennessee. Major tornadic action. Stay safe, Casey. Stay safe. So got the rabbit in there. This is a 1968 silver, 50% silver mint uncirculated Canadian 10-cent. You will not get the actual coin that's on the screen because that is a proof coin, but you're not going to get the proof coin. Okay. All right. I try, but you're not going to get the proof one. All right. Okay. Moving along. This is the very, very last penny cent made in Canada. This is the 2012. I was fortunate to purchase a bunch of mint uncirculated rolls, and someone will get a mint uncirculated penny. So there you go. No, that is not included. We also have a $25 gift card from Radio World. This can only be won by a Canadian. All right. All right. There we go. Back to that. Okay. Oh my goodness. What's going on? What's going on? Oh my gosh. All right. It's time for the giveaway. We are going to do the giveaway. Watch the chat. Watch the chat for the name that the bot picks. And don't leave, because after the name gets picked, that person is going to get, we're going to spin the wheel and they will get whatever comes up on the wheel. And I'm going to give the person a redo. All right. You have one redo. If you're not too happy with the prize, we'll do one more redo spin of the wheel. Okay. Okay. All right. Watch the chat. I got to say there is an 8-second delay from me talking to you seeing it. Okay. 8-second delay. So funny stuff might happen. Okay. This is 100% random. It is the bot. All right. All right. Jerry Purdy in the house. Right on. Right on. Good stuff. Let me make sure that your name is on the list. Where's Jerry? Jerry is on the list. All right. All right. Gonna count it down. Watch the chat. The bot's gonna pop the name of the person in the chat, and then we're gonna spin the wheel. Okay. All right. Here it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck to everyone. Kernels collecting and detecting. You have won the giveaway. Holy smokes. Are you still in the house? Is the Colonel still in the house? I need to know if the Colonel's still in the house. I shall wait. Forrest Grump, I need some of Digging Canuck's energy. Well, Forrest, might have been because of this. Might have been. What? Might have been. All right, is the Colonel still in the house? Is the Colonel in the house? Oh my goodness. If the Colonel is not in the house, we'll pick another name. You must be in the house. The Colonel is in the house. All right. All right, Colonel, watch your screen. I'm going to pop the wheel up and we're going to spin the wheel. All right. All right. Let us pop the wheel up. Now, this is new. I hope this works. All right. All right. There is the wheel. All right. Curiosity Detecting says, is the Colonel in the library with the candlestick? Oh my gosh. Funny. All right. This is the wheel. Colonel, you get a do-over. If you're not too happy with the prize, you get a do-over. All right? One do-over, that's it. But whatever you get after the do-over, you are stuck with. Okay? Here goes. We are spinning the wheel. What is that? 2023 $2 Indigenous. So you get a 2023 colorized toonie. If you want me to show it, put it up on the screen, I will do that again. Colonel, do you want that? You want that, or do you want to redo? So that's a colorized $2 coin. Really, really nice. Let me know, Colonel. Yes, that's amazing. Thank you. Right on, right on. All right. Good stuff. All right, Colonel, you need to send an email to diggingcanuck@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I will send that to you. I'm also going to throw in a couple of Digging Canuck stickers. So right on, right on. Good stuff. I want to thank you all so very much for joining me today. In 2 weeks, DCM Detects will be a guest on the show. You are gonna wanna be there. Right on, right on. That's it for today. What is that? Oh my gosh.
B-E-N-D-E-R, Bender, saying B-E-N-D.
Oh my goodness. Ferris, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 10 Americanos. Right on, right on. Thank you, Ferris. I do appreciate that. Right on, right on. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I do appreciate that. So Colonel, send that email and I'll get that out to you this week. And I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I want to thank you for watching my videos, liking the videos, watching the commercials. It all goes into the channel and it helps me do these giveaways, postage and all that sort of thing. And yeah, I have a drone and a controller to pay off. So right on, right on. Take care. Have a safe week and I will catch you all on the flip side. Right on, right on.